Hey, Happy New Year! If you're new here, hi, I'm James, and if you've been following me for a while, welcome back. Today I'm lifting the veil a bit so that you can peer behind the curtain and see where I've been, what I've been up to, and where I'm going. 2024 was the first year of Jayji, this channel, and what a year it was. Or rather, what a 3 months it was, ish. But hey, still, 5 videos, all pretty high quality. All different genres, styles, topics. I'd say for a first go, it wasn't half bad. And so in this video, which is intended to be the first in a series of yearly lookbacks, I wanted to go into detail a bit on the videos that I put out in 2024, share some behind the scenes stuff about them, maybe share some stuff about the videos that I didn't put out, and give you a hint as to where the channel's going this year. And so, without further ado, let's look back on 2024 in the Jayjiverse. God, that was cringe. Okay, cut. My first video on this channel serves almost as a thesis statement for the whole damn thing. For 2 years, I worked at a game shop, and for a bit of an inside look, my first video here and me leaving that job were almost 2 separate events. I had other things lined up, I was leaving that job anyway, but it got me thinking, what am I gonna do with that time? As I mentioned in the video, I've had this channel that you're watching this on for quite some time. If you don't believe me, you can go and check when I joined YouTube. 2013, so happy 10 years to me. It was a long road and I'd like to thank... No, I'm just playing. Fun fact, as what's essentially an Easter egg to nobody but myself, this scrapbook features screen caps from the original videos on my and my friends' channels from sometime in 2014 through 2016, 17? I don't know. I deleted all of the videos from my channels, yeah, but I've still got them archived and backed up. Anyway, as you can gather from the scrapbook, this channel's name used to be the Jayjiverse, which originally I was planning to just start posting again under that name, and I even went ahead and made new logos and everything, but didn't really hit right. And so back to the drawing board we went. I wanted to find something that represented me now, with all of the experience and skills that I have, that also pays homage to my past, and thus, after a suggestion from a friend, Jayji was born. The Jayjiverse, Jayji, you get it? And then Jayji was taken as a handle, and that's why my channel's handle is Jayjiverse. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I got some things planned with that, I'm working on them, I'll share them when I'm ready. So back to the video. Getting a bit personal and philosophical, I viewed it as 2 things. First and foremost, as a launchpad for this new channel, this new identity, this new me. But also second, and the more personal of the two, a love letter and a goodbye to the channel as it was. I said to my friends at the time that it was both the first Jayji video and the final The Jayjiverse video. Anyway, I was extremely nervous to release it. I sat on it for a few weeks before having the courage to, just do it, upload it. And I'm not gonna lie, the response to it completely blew me away. Firstly, beat 'em ups, wood. One of the driving forces in getting me back into YouTube, but more on that in that video. Commenting on a YouTube video from a dude with around 50 subs, no other uploads, crazy stuff. It absolutely made my day, month, year, it was so cool. Wood, if you're watching this, thanks man, you're a real one. Aww. Secondly, everyone else, crazy, comments, views, likes, subscribers, and before you start, no, not in a, whoa, look at the crazy numbers this did way, but in a, wow, this resonates with people kind of way. The idea that people could connect to my ideas, my stories, my rambling, my content, for lack of a better term, was wild to me. I guess it goes to show if it makes you nervous, it's probably the right thing to do. Which brings me to the next video that I filmed. Okay, hold on. I will talk about this video, I promise, but the timelines get a little mixed up during these first few uploads. First, I want to talk about the video that was uploaded after this one because it was filmed before this one. So, the Melbourne video, the vlog. I just want to say, the filming schedules of these first videos on the channel and the order they were uploaded were completely separate things. Let's break it down into a timeline. Video 1 is filmed and edited. Nervous, I sit on it. I go to Melbourne. What eventually becomes video 3 is filmed, but not edited. Video 1 is uploaded. I get back. Video 2, the Sonic one, is filmed and edited. Video 3 is edited. I sit on it yet again. Video 2 is uploaded. I go on another trip overseas. But while I'm there, I upload the Melbourne video. It's like the fucking Zelda timeline up in here. But I digress. It's messy and it's a little chaotic, but when you're starting out and figuring it all out, everything gets tangled and intertwined, and I guess the reason I'm sharing this all is to show that it's okay, it all works out, just trust your process. Anyway, back to the upload order. Sonic the Hedgehog. If you're a subscriber of mine, it's probably from this video, so thanks. Okay, so this video is pretty cool. Not just because it got the most audience engagement, although that was a pretty nice feeling, I'm not gonna lie, but it further reinforced the idea that what I have to say can resonate with people. From the moment I decided to start my YouTube channel, I knew that I wanted to make a video about Sonic. I have a shitload of Sonic merch. It's in all 5 of the videos that I uploaded last year. It is not a secret that I like Sonic. However, I wasn't sure what to talk about, and I didn't want to just talk about it for the sake of it without having something to actually say. I feel like that would be doing a disservice to the topic and also to myself. A whole chunk of my first video is explicitly about how I don't want to do that. And that is when I saw the collector's edition of Sonic Generations at a local game shop. From there, the concept naturally evolved. Generations is a nostalgic romp through 20 years of the series. Nostalgia is powerful. I've wanted that collector's edition for fucking ever. And through that collector's edition, I could make a video on my experience with nostalgia through Sonic Generations that anyone can look at and relate to, even if they don't feel the same about Sonic specifically. And here's another Easter egg for those of you that like attention to detail and all that jazz. It's me. I like all that jazz. The final sequence of this video, at the dining table, was set up and shot to mirror the opening footage of me as a kid. It's subtle and not something that I'd normally go out of my way to point out, but when planning it all out, I thought it would be a nice way to tie it all together and not just be a talking head in my room for the whole video. But then, oh my god, the response to it was incredible! At the time of making this, it's just shy of 9,000 views, but more importantly, all of the comments, people sharing their own stories, memories, or just a message of support, it blew me away. It made me happy, it made me emotional, and most of all, it made me thankful that people were really genuinely connecting with my stuff. I had friends reaching out to me, unsolicited, letting me know that I'd made something special. That even though they didn't have the same connection to Sonic that I did, they were able to take the messages of the video and apply it to their own life. One friend said she felt the same about Ratchet and Clank, another said he felt that way about Lego, and combined with everyone online, it had me thinking, maybe this whole YouTube thing was a good idea after all. Trying new things, as it turns out, pays off. And speaking of trying new things, okay, the Melbourne video. I'll be upfront here, this is probably my least favorite of the videos that I released last year. Not because I think it's bad or I don't like it, far from it. Because there's a lot here that this video represents, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna unpack it. I wanna preface this by repeating what I said in that video. I had never vlogged before. I've taken videos while I've been on trips, yeah, but I've never done it with the intention of releasing it and turning it into a video with a narrative that people can follow. But when the opportunity to go on holiday arose, I decided, you know what? I might as well try. And that's the biggest thing that I learned from that trip, that it's okay to try. Being my first ever attempt of a video of its kind, of course there's things that could be better. There always is, with anything you do. But unless you take that first step, have that first attempt, try that new thing, you aren't gonna learn. You aren't gonna know if something is for you. By doing that video, I learned that vlogging, in a traditional sense, like that video, isn't really for me. There are things that I do like about it though. I was pretty proud of the intro sequence and the sequence about Pesto the Penguin, and I absolutely loved that ending shot. Don't be surprised if you see it again sometime. I mentioned previously that this video dropped while I was on another trip. I went to the UK, and I did shoot some stuff while I was over there. I'm here in the UK, but as of right now, it's staying in the archive. Now, would I attempt another vlog? Or even edit the stuff I shot in the UK into a video? Honestly, I don't know. I can't say it's high on my priority list, but I also don't want to just put a blanket no on the idea. Maybe if you tweak the formatting, play with the concept, make it more, I don't know, me. Another thing the Melbs video taught me is humility. After the video on Sonic took off, I was feeling a lot of pressure to live up to that. Like, if my next video wasn't a certified banger in terms of view count and audience engagement, I was a failure. So as it turns out, YouTube doesn't work like that. I don't claim to know a lot about the great equalizer that is the algorithm, but I do have an inkling that having a video about Sonic the Hedgehog doing relatively well, and then following that up by uploading a travel vlog about Melbourne from the United Kingdom while you're on a separate trip, probably isn't a recipe for overwhelming success. But hey, for the first week or so, it genuinely did bum me out. As a side tangent, this is going somewhere, I promise, I love what Carissa does over on Life of Riza with her vlogs. I got a lot of inspiration from watching her stuff when I was just starting out last year, and she continues to be one of the channels I look up to most as I continue to grow into my own style of doing things on this platform. There's always a lesson, of course, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. After watching videos from channels like Life of Riza and even going back and rewatching my first video, I came to the realization that as long as I'm making stuff that I'm proud of, it doesn't matter what numbers a single video gets. Some things are going to click more with people than others, and the algorithm is also going to act on its own accord. And you know what? That's okay. I was feeling pretty stuck for a minute there. But after having that realization, I did what any normal, sane person would do. Buy a lava lamp. I'll be real, I almost didn't release this video. Creative block sucks, and there were so many things that I thought about creating, but couldn't get it right. For anyone that skipped over the Melbourne vlog section of this video, here's the TLDR. The Sonic video does well. The Melbourne video does less well. James, that's me, spirals, getting stuck in his own head. Numbers, 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 figures and percentages, and like I'm not even making any money off of this. I don't know why I got sucked into it, but it happened. I struggle to come up with any video ideas that I believe to be worthwhile, that will take off, go crazy on the algorithm, etc, etc. I watch videos that inspire me. I realize that chasing numbers over fulfillment is cringe. For me, someone who is base as don't fact check that, I realize I need to take a step back. I decide to try and stop being so hard on myself and lock in on making things that I'm proud of, things that I enjoy, and decide to make a video about that experience. Also, at some point, I decided I want a lava lamp. So the video itself, we start with some Easter eggs. The Sonic Collector's Edition statue has been added to that shelf that we set up in video 1. I love me some consistent set design. Also, in an arty-farty film kid way, my dear viewer, note how this opening shot, a carefully curated tableau, instantly recalls the illustrious Sonic video entitled Nostalgia, a Hedgehog, and Me. One might regard this as a response, nay, a grand commentary on the profound influence that previous piece has had on the creator's mindset. Here we gently delve into the metaphysical nature of content creation itself, pondering how a seemingly simple work can spark introspection that resonates throughout one's entire creative ethos. Or at least that's the way I hoped it'd come off. With the other videos in your mind, you watch this under that context. In hindsight, I think I was a little too reflective in this video. Like, look at this part. Creativity is supposed to feel like this. It's free and it's open and it's playful. Like, yeah, okay bro, show us the lava lamp. Yeah! You know though, this video does make some pretty poignant points. Like, the more you fight creative block, the more it pushes back. We don't have to be so hard on ourselves. There's value in both the big projects and the little ones. The little ones make the big ones hit harder, and the big ones make the little ones a refreshing change of pace. As long as we keep moving forward, keep trying our best, then we'll be fine in the end. And on that, even though this video was super reflective and a look into the creative process, I still tried new things. Like, look at this drone shot. It's not perfect. It was a windy day, the sun blew out like the entire sky, but that's something that I haven't done in a video before. And the lava lamp, let's talk about the lava lamp. A small, tangible reminder to keep moving forward in the form of some friendly colored magma. I don't know, I think it's neat. It's symbolic, but it's largely an internal symbolism, at least for myself. If you took something else away from it and you find the lamp represents something for you that I haven't mentioned, let me know. I'm always curious to see what you take away from my videos. But keep moving forward, I did. It was approaching the end of the year and I wanted to push myself a little further, do something a little bigger, but more importantly, a little different. Something festive that served not only as a celebration of the season, but also as a way to wrap up the first year of my journey on this platform. And so, I called up my good buddy, Santa Claus. I loved making this video. It was so much fun to work with some of my friends and Santa himself to create something that wasn't quite a traditional YouTube video, but wasn't quite a full-on short film, somewhere in the middle. It's the biggest project I've done so far on the channel, and I really appreciate those of you that did check it out and engage with it. You guys rule. I viewed this almost as a season finale for JG in 2024. I love the idea of special episodes. Some YouTubers I like do this, and some TV shows I watch do this. I wanted to make sure that it stood out as different to the rest of my videos beyond the inclusion of Santa. The title and thumbnail are different to the rest of the ones on my channel to denote this. The idea for the title to feature the channel name came about when trying to figure out how to easily be able to tell what is and what isn't a special episode on the channel. Hypothetically talking, it's not like I've got more specials planned or anything. Oh, no, I was just doing all that for one thing. Of course I'd love to make more specials. Obviously, I can't outright promise anything, but I think it was a really fun way to blend some of my filmmaking skills with the things that I'm learning through YouTube. But yeah, that was my 2024, or rather the last 3 months of my 2024. Again, I'd say for a first go, it wasn't half bad. But I wouldn't be here making this video looking back without any of you. And I know that's cringe, and I know that's cliche, and I know everyone says it, but genuinely, I mean it. Thank you for your support. It means so much to me. It was equal parts scary as it was exciting. There were some highs, there were some lows, but the main reason I'm making this video and the main takeaway from this is to show you that you can do it. I know that there is someone out there that is on the edge of doing something that they know they want to do, but they just need a little push. Whether it's chasing a dream, following your passion, or just doing something that makes you happy, let this be your push. It'll be messy, yeah. It might not be perfect, sure, but it'll be yours. You can take that leap of faith. If I can do it, anyone can. And I'll be damned if I'm not doing what I set out to do, which is, and I quote, making things that are unique to me. Videos that I can put out into the world, look back on and go, yeah, I made that. And so my friends, that begs the question, what's next? This video, nah, I'm just playing. This year, I'm trying to focus on being more me. While the reflective shtick is me, and it works at times, it's not 100% me, if that makes sense. While I plan on continuing making videos in that vein, I want to talk more about the things that interest me, or the things that I'm passionate about, and share sides of me that maybe these early videos haven't shown. Like, for example, outside of this, I make films, and I'd love to talk about, or maybe even share some of those projects on this channel. On top of that, I'd also like to talk about more gaming related topics. And no, not just because the Sonic video did well. I've found that unless I really believe in an idea, I don't want to do it. And so, kind of on that note, let me give you a hint as to the topic of the next JG video. That sounded so stupid. Ah,